Hello dear friends, welcome my channels. Today's discussions is Raabes test of convergent sequence. So friends, must remember UN be the series of positive terms. Positive terms I also marked, and after that you have to remember limit n tends to infinity. Limit n tends to infinity. UN divided by UN plus 1 minus 1. N into un divided by un plus 1 minus 1 equals to L. So friends, L greater than 1 is divergent. L less than 1 is divergent. L greater than 1 is convergent, and test fail when L equals to 1, then test fail. So friends, I choose a sequence that is x square divided by 2 square x square 3 to 4. This is, so friends, you can see un. I choose un can be written 2 square 4 square 6 square up to first term I cancel first term, so this is the up to 2n whole square. I cancel first term. 2n whole square divided by 3 into 4 into 5 up to dot 2n plus 1. 2n plus 1 into 2n plus 2 x to the power 1 2 3. So it is x to the power 2n plus 2. X to the power 2n plus 2. And u n plus 1 is equal to same factor 2 square 4 square 6 square up to 2n whole square into 2n plus 2 into n plus 1 whole square divided by 3 into 4 dot 5 dot plus 2n plus 1 into 2n plus 2 into 2n plus 4. 2n plus 3 2n plus 3 into 2n plus 4 into x to the power 2n plus 4. So friends, this is my two sequence. One is un, another is un plus 1. Now I can write this way: un divided by un plus 1. So whatever I get that this term is totally cancelled. This first term is totally cancelled, and this term also cancelled. So if it is cancelled out, so whatever I get 2n plus 3 into 2n plus 4 2 into n plus 1 whole square. 2 into n plus 1 whole square. So friends, if I take it divided by x square, now it can be written, if I I use D'Alembert ratio test. So friends, limit n tends to infinity un divided by un plus 1 equals to, I get 1 by x square, 1 by x square, if I dividing both side n square. Now whatever we know that this value is, if 1 by x square greater than 1, then it is convergent. That implies x square is greater than x square less than 1. Similarly, 1 by x square less than 1 is divergent. That implies 1 less than x square. This is the total formula that when it is divergent and when it is convergent. But another case, if x square is equal to 1, then test fail. Test is fail. So friends, then we can apply, which formula apply? We can apply Raabes test. So how can we solve this? What is the formula? Apply when x square is equal to 1, apply Raabes test. Raabes test is limit n tends to infinity n into un divided by un plus 1 minus 1 equals to, whatever I get limit n tends to infinity n, and un plus 1 means 2 divided by n plus 1 whole square, and after that if I will calculate, whatever I get 6n square plus 18, and this is 6n square plus 18, and this value is 6 divided by 4 equals to 3 by 2, which is greater than 1. Now by the Raabes test, when x square is equal to 1, then series is convergent, CGT, because we see that, you will see that if L greater than 1, then it is convergent. So friends, next we will go logarithmic test. Logarithmic test formula, you have to remember that un be a positive term, and limit n tends to infinity n into log un divided by un plus 1, and it is already till L greater than 1, L less than 1, divergent, and L equals to 1, test fail. So friends, given problem, you have to remember which portion, limit n tends to infinity n into log un divided by un plus 1. This formula is logarithmic test, remembering point. Now how can I remember, how can I solve this? I will take un is equal to n to the power n x to the power n divided by n factorial, and un plus 1 is equal to n plus 1 whole to the power n x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 factorial. Now limit n tends to infinity un divided by un plus 1. So we get un divided by un plus 1 equals to very simple way, limit n tends to infinity limit n tends to infinity 1 by n to the power n divided by n plus 1 whole to the power n divided by x. So it can be written 1 by ex. Very simple way friends. Very simple way. You can see that it is 1 by ex. Now the D'Alembert ratio test. Now if you see D'Alembert ratio test, whatever you see that 1 by ex greater than 1, then it is, that implies convergent. So friends, 1 by e less than x, that I get. And if 1 by ex less than 1, that implies 1 by e less than x divergent. And if x is equal to 1 by e, then test fail. So friends, now I have to check it by it is the very easiest way is logarithmic test. If I will use this logarithmic formula, then I can easily find out, as the series is power series. So how can I get this formula? How can I use? Now we have already known that un divided by un plus 1 is equal to n to the power n log n to the power n divided by n plus 1 whole to the power n x. So I apply logarithmic test. I can write n into log of n to the power n e divided by n plus 1 whole to the power n, and limit n tends to infinity. Now we can write this way, limit n tends to infinity n into log 1 plus 1 minus log 1 plus 1 by n. It can be written this way, and after that it can be written this way, 1 minus 1 minus plus 1 by n minus 1 by 2 n square, and so on, 1 by, and also you here also multiply n, so it is n into, so the value is 1 by n minus 1 by 2 n square plus up to infinity. And this value, it can be written this way, n into 1 by 2n minus 1 by 3n square plus infinity. And hence I get, when limit n tends to infinity, limit n tends to infinity equals to half. This value is less than 1. Hence when x is equal to 1 by e, then series is divergent. DGT, series is divergent. Next is De Morgan Bertrand test. Demorgan and Bertrand test, that you have to remember that un, summation un, and is the series of positive terms, and limit n tends to infinity n into un divided by un plus 1 minus 1 log n equals to L. If L greater than 1, then convergent, and if L less than 1, divergent, and L equals to 1, then test fail. Very simple. So let's start to solve this problem. Number 1, that un, I take un, you see that 1 square by 2 square, this way it is. In by the observations, I get the value is 1 square, 3 square, 5 square, up to 2n minus 1, because you see that it is 2n minus 2 to 4, yes, 2n minus 1, this is the 3 into 2, okay, is equal to 5. So 2n minus 1 whole square observations, and after that 2 square, 4 square, 4 square, 6 square, so it can be written 2 square, 4 up to 2n whole square. Un equal to this, and x to the power 2n minus 1, sorry, it is not 2n minus 1, it is n minus 1, because as if n equals to, you see, if n equals to 3, then it is 2. If n equals to 3, then it is 2. So it is n minus 1. And un plus 1, it can be written this way: 1 square, 3 square, 5 square, up to 2n minus 1 whole square into n plus 1 as I add, so it is 2n plus 1, 2n plus 1 whole square, and 2 square, 4 square, 6 square, up to 2n whole square into 2n plus 2 whole square, 2n plus 2 whole square, into x to the power n. And now whatever I see, I get n into the Lambert ratio test, limit n tends to infinity un divided by un plus 1. Whatever I get, this value is 1 by x. Simple calculation, friends. And this value is 1 by x. So 1 by x greater than 1, then it is, that implies convergent. When 1 less than x, or 1 by x less than 1, that implies divergent when 1 greater than x. This is the total process, and test fail. X is equal to 1. Now if I will check Raabes test, then n into un by un plus 1 minus 1, limit n tends to infinity, and we see that n into un divided by un plus 1 means limit n tends to infinity, then we get limit n tends to infinity n into 2n plus 2 whole square divided by 2n plus 1 whole square minus 1 and equals to 4n square plus 3n divided by 2n plus 1 whole square limit n tends to infinity. Limit n tends to infinity, it can be written 4 plus 3 by n divided by 4 divided by 2 plus 1 by n whole square equals to 1. So test fail. So therefore if two tests are failed, one is D'Alembert and Raabes test. Now I will use this test. This test is called Demorgans and Divergent tests. So when x is equal to 1, I apply Demorgan test. Limit n tends to infinity n into un divided by un plus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 log n equals to, we know this value by the test of Raabes test. Whatever we get, limit n tends to infinity and it can be written this way: 4n square plus 3n divided by 2n plus 1 whole square minus 1 into log n, and after that I can write this way: limit n tends to infinity, and here I get whatever I get, 4n square cancel, and minus 2n I get minus n easily, and minus 1 divided by 2n plus 1 whole square into log n, and after that it can be written this way. It can be say that limit n tends to infinity minus 1 by n divided by 2 plus 1 by n whole square log n by n equals to 0. So 0 is obviously less than 1. So series is DGT. Series is divergent when x equals to 1. So formula is n into un divided by un plus 1 minus 1 into total whole log n. This is the multiplication formula. This formula you have to remember. However, this is remembering is tough, but not tough, because you will see that first entry, this value is Raabes. You get it by Raabes test. If you remember Raabes test, then you can easily remember this portion is Raabes test. Raabes test minus 1 into log n. This way you can remember this formula. Now again I shall discuss alternative Bertrand test. Means when n into log un divided by un plus 1 log n. When, okay, you have to remember that when Raabes test fail, then we use Bertrand test, and when logarithmic test failed, then we apply Bertrand test. Now you will see that same conditions. You have to remember un is also here, un is also positive term, must remember positive term, and same case L greater than 1 convergence, L less than 1 divergence, L equals to 1, test fail. Test is fail. Now you see that 1 by 1 to the power p, 1 by 2 to the power p, this type of problem. So whatever is my un is 1.3.5.2n minus 1 divided by 2.4.6.2n whole to the power p, and un plus 1 can be written 1.3.5.2n minus 1 into 2n plus 1 and 2.4.6 up to 2n into 2n plus 2 whole to the power p. So friends, here power is constant, so I will check this problem by logarithmic test. At first I check it by D'Alembert test. D'Alembert test is un divided by un plus 1. So whatever I get, limit n tends to infinity. So friends, I get in here limit n tends to infinity, then it is 2n plus 1, 2n plus 2 divided by 2n plus 1 equals to 1. This is the value. So test fail. D'Alembert test fail. Next friends, I have to use logarithmic test. Logarithmic test, how can I solve? It is very easy. N into log un divided by un plus 1, limit n tends to infinity, and limit n tends to infinity n, and log un is log un divided by, the formula is log of 2n plus 2 divided by 2n plus 1 whole to the power p. So it can be written this way: limit n tends to infinity p into log n into 2n plus 2 divided by 2n plus 1. 2n plus 2 p into log n plus 2 minus 2n plus 1. So it can be written n tends to infinity p into n into 1 by n minus 1 by 2 n square plus 1 by 3 n cube up to infinity. This is the first portion, and second portion is 1 by 2n minus 1 by 4n square plus 1 by 3 into 24 n cube up to infinity. And it can be written limit n tends to infinity p into 1 by 2n up to this way. Higher term is, and n is multiplied, and it is value is p by 2. And by the logarithmic test, if p by 2 greater than 1, that implies convergent, and p greater than 2 and p less than 2, then it is divergent, and p is equal to 2, then test fail. So friends, now I have to use Barton logarithmic test. This test I have to use. So apply second logarithmic test, second logarithmic test. Friends, here I have written mistakenly that it is minus n into log un minus 1. Formula is slightly wrong. Formula is n into log un divided by un plus 1 minus 1, limit n tends to infinity, n into log un plus 1 into log n. Simple logarithmic test minus 1 into log n. Raabes test minus 1 into log n, and this is Raabes test minus 1 into log n. Similarly, logarithmic test minus 1 into log n. So whatever I get limit n tends to infinity n into log un divided by un plus 1 minus 1 into log n equals to limit n tends to infinity, and this value is, I just calculated, this value is minus 3 by 4 plus 7 by 124 n, sorry, 124 not 112 n and minus this way, and log n by n, and that value is 0, 0 is less than 1, so p equals to 2, then series is DGT. So friends, I just again try to remembering total formula, whatever very briefly discussion, brief remembering key point, how to remember all the formula. First formula is Raabes test. So you have to remember n into un divided by un plus 1 minus 1, remembering this factor, this formula you have to remember. So no problem, this is the Raabes test. And second is Bertrand Bertrand's and Demorgan. Bertrand-Demorgan is simple Raabes test. Raabes test is limit n tends to infinity everywhere n tends to infinity. So limit n tends to infinity, you will must write. After that you will use un divided by un plus 1 Raabes test minus 1 Raabes test minus 1 into log n. Simple. Next is logarithmic test. Logarithmic test. Logarithmic test is very simple. That is limit n tends to infinity n into log un divided by un plus 1, and Bertrand second logarithmic test or Bertrand test, second logarithmic test or Bertrand test, that is limit n tends to infinity n into log un divided by un plus 1, first logarithmic test minus 1 into log n. Yes, simple friends, you have to remember this formula. All this way you can remember. Now everywhere you have to see that this value is L, this value is L, all are L. If you say all are L, so L greater than 1 CGT, L less than 1 DGT, and L equals to 1 test fail. Thanks for watching friends. I hope I can clear this concept.